Hi, I'm Saida Garrett, co-writer of Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror, and you're listening to Rainbow Country with Mr. Mark Tara.
Today on Rainbow Country, the most recent evicted house guest from Big Brother Canada, Season 11.
Guests. By a vote of 7-4, Roberto, you have been evicted from the Big Brother Canada Manor. Please get your things and say your goodbyes.
Roberto, hello, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
I am well. Let's just jump right in. The vote, 7-4. Did that surprise you?
It did surprise me. I really thought at least I would have Kuzi on board, but she decided to flip last minute, and I really do think that if she stayed on board, she could have pulled Daniel C and even possibly Anika. So I honestly, going into the voting process, I was quite confident. And I'm pretty disappointed that they chose to choose the other side.
So Dan chose to backdoor you. So here's the question. Why do you think Dan saw you as such a threat that he needed to backdoor you?
Do you want to know the reason I wish it was, or the reason why I think it was?
Tell me why you think it was.
I think he chose to backdoor me because the two parts. The one part, I think he chose to backdoor me because he was heavily influenced by Zach, and I think we all saw that or know that. I think he was looking for people in this game to kind of gravitate towards, to kind of build that alliance with, whereas the first couple of weeks he was on the block, and I think more so of like a floater. He didn't really have these big alliances, at least as far as I know, because I thought I was in the big alliance and there was no mention of Dan S being in there. So I think when Zach reached out to him to kind of form that, he jumped on it and he felt safe with that. Whether that was a good choice or not, we'll have to see. And I think my relationship with Shania also played a part in that. I wouldn't be surprised to see a showmance forming between Shania and Dan S, and I might have been in the way of that in his eyes.
So you just mentioned you were part of a big alliance. Were you in that big alliance with Ty, Zach, Jonathan, and Hope? Were you guys all working together?
That was the thought of week one or week two. We had a boys thing going on, and I thought I was good with them until things kind of started getting shaky. And clearly it wasn't as strong as I thought it would be.
So why do you think it wasn't as strong as it was? Where did things go wrong, in your opinion?
I think things went wrong when Zach kind of realized that I wasn't really buying what he was selling. I think that some other people in that group were more easily influenced than I was. I saw through it and I started making connections around the house that would benefit me in the long run. And I think he saw that as stepping on his toes. And he saw how good I was socially. And I want to give my credit to myself on an athletic level and the way I performed in competitions. And I think that he saw the chance to get me out, and he took it.
In the HOH competition, the one that the Dan ultimately won, you got really emotional at the end of that competition. Why? Why was that so emotional for you?
I was honestly shocked of how emotional I was getting. I've been an athlete my whole life, and I don't think I've ever experienced something to that extent. I didn't stop running in that competition. I'm a heavier guy, and for me to run, I don't run that often, that long. So I was really pushing myself. Um, and I there was a time in the competition, and I don't know if they captured it, where I was almost getting emotional while I was competing. And I just started thinking of why I was there and who I was there for, and how much I really wanted it, and how I wanted to prove and make Canada and also my family proud. And I was getting emotional with myself, and I kept telling myself to just keep going, keep pushing, keep going, don't stop. And seeing people around me slowing down, and me just pushing myself to really try to win this, was really getting at me. And I think I was kind of withholding a lot of that emotion during the competition and during the weeks prior to that, actually. And then when I finished, and when I heard that final bell to end the competition, I think it all just came rushing to me. And my body just kind of, my emotions took over. My body just kind of succumbed to that.
So, Roberto, would you say that you are a fan, you're a super fan, you're new to the game? How would you categorize yourself?
Now that I've experienced it, I'm definitely a fan. I was always a fan of the show. Don't get me wrong. However, it'd be an injustice to the super fans to call me a super fan. I'm definitely by no means a super fan. I am now, but prior to the game, I didn't know much about it. Right? I didn't know strategies. I didn't know past seasons really. I did my research going in. However, it was definitely a very fresh experience for me, and I wanted to experience that as it was, because there's something about the Big Brother house that it can change season after season with different casts, with different events. So I didn't want to cloud my mind too much of prior seasons going in, and I just wanted to experience it in the present moment.
Did you have a strategy going into the game originally?
It was very important for me to keep true to myself. I didn't want to come across as a sneaky villain, or someone that was willing to backdoor, or someone that was going to start all these, big aggressive fights, because inherently that's not me as a person. And I think that the reactions that I'm getting leaving the house, people realize that, and they said, a lot of my support system has said, I'm proud of you for staying true to yourself, and keeping calm when maybe most people wouldn't have kept calm, or making the decisions I made because of my integrity, rather than more of a deceitful move, or along those lines. So I didn't have much of a strategy. I just wanted to be myself. I wanted to compete hard, and I wanted to show Canada that there was really more to me than most people assume.
So from where you are today in regards to the perspective for the game, who do you feel most betrayed by?
I feel most betrayed by Ty. Uh, Going into the first couple weeks, people may not know this, but Ty, Jonathan, and I had created a separate three, and we had promised each other that we were going to ride out that three no matter what. And within that first couple of weeks, I had expressed my feelings towards Zach with Ty multiple times. And I said, look, man, we got to watch out for this guy. I know he's with us right now, but we don't know when he's going to turn on us. And I thought that he was pretty on board with that. And Jonathan was, and I was. And it was clear that what I was saying to Ty was probably um, quickly shared with Zach.
So, Roberto, my last question for you is simply this. Best part about being part of Big Brother Canada?
I think the best part of being part of Big Brother Canada is I'm in the Big Brother family now, right? With a lot of amazing people, with a lot of amazing competitors, and you create these bonds within the house and even outside of the house with some of the people that I'm looking forward to meet that we share this this once in a lifetime experience that not many people can really understand what it is actually about or what it actually is. So I'm super grateful that that I have experienced it, and that from what I hear, Canada has supported me throughout the competition.
Well said, well said. I have to say, well said, well done, well played, Roberto. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much, and thank you for your time.